Hey everybody, it's Stephanie. Let's talk stitching. Happy 2016. Are you ready for the post-holidays? Are you ready for normal life again? I am so ready. Last night I ate my last Christmas cookie. My mom makes me a gigantic batch of spritz. Do you know what spritz are? She makes these buttery cookies for me every year, and I ate the last one last night, and so it is back to the grind. This video is the normal recipe. I have WIPS, FFOs, and a tiny bit of Christmas haul to share with you. So, let's get started. Your 2016 resolution videos have been so fun to watch, both what you've gotten done and what you want to do this year. I'm not going to do that video because I'm a rebel. No, stitching is my fly by the seat of my pants area of my life. I do love making resolutions. I'm one of those people that makes way too many and they slowly fizzle off. But I love goals and I love reflecting back on what went well and what didn't go well and how you can improve. And for 1 month I'm a total optimist. But I don't do that with stitching because it would ruin it for me. I love just stitching whatever I want, whenever I want. And I could have gone back and gathered up all my finishes, but I just don't have time. December was insane for me. It was so busy, not only with the normal holiday hustle, but my shop went crazy. It was awesome. It was awesome, but I was hustling every day. I think I went to the post office almost every day it was open in December, and I'm so thankful. I had so much fun getting to know new customers and putting together the orders, but the post office is just not the funnest, that's a word. It's not the most enjoyable place to go every day. The people that work at the post office are super friendly in my town, but the people that go to the post office in December and have to stand in line are cranks. They are grumpy, and I don't like going there and standing around with a bunch of grumps. All these people holding packages, oh, and especially the grandmas that they don't know how to pack things, so they've packed things in old blender boxes and taped it all around, and then they put it on the counter, and they're oh my gosh. Then they're not happy with any of their shipping options for the blender box. It just, so I had to deal with that every day. And I didn't get a resolutions video made. I didn't get any videos made. But anyway, I got some stitching done, and I hit it hard to make a Valentine's line that is coming out soon. Super excited about that. I'm going to give you a sneak peek, and I'm going to show you the free pattern I'm sending out in my newsletter. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, I'm talking way too fast. Please forgive me. My first WIP is the Brooks Book Advent Animal Stitch Along. I got 6 of these done. Sorry, I'm wiggling it around. There you go. The cat, the bear, the mouse, the camel, penguin, and the pig. And I still love that camel. She is just so glam. These are fun. These are not super quick for me. There's a lot of different colored back stitching and detail in them. And so for me, they're probably a 5-day stitch. Granted, I do not get hours of stitching in every day. Sometimes I don't stitch at all just because I have things to do. And I'm not a fast stitcher, I don't think. It's hard to gauge how fast you are, isn't it? But I don't know that I could keep up with you, Nell. Hi, Nell. How are you? I love your plan of doing 2 a month to get them done, but I don't know that I can maintain that. Not only that, but I am not a non-seasonal stitcher. And I know this about myself, that I struggle with, you know, Christmas is over, I want to put away all the Christmas stuff, including this. Like, I need the holiday cheer. I don't know, some of you do like Halloween stitching in February and you're just stitching away and having a great time. I don't know, is anyone else like that? Like you really struggle to do non-seasonal stitching? I don't know. Maybe I'm too affected by the seasons. So that's Brooke's books. Second WIP is Dance at Bougie, my nursing home project. That's what it looks like. It's by Renoir. Well, the pattern's not by Renoir. I don't think he cross-stitched. It's by Diana70 on Etsy. I finally got to something discernible with this guy in the top hat. And that was exciting because I've just been stitching blobs of color. I think that... Can you hear my kids like wrestling in the background? I think that picking a semi-impressionistic painting for my first full coverage might have been a bad choice. Because it's so blobby and... It's so blobby. I don't know. You guys know how I feel about that project. My last WIP is Shakespeare is my homeboy. Like, I just have this pile of junk I'm just like rifling through. Here it is. This is what the pattern looks like. This is a Lindy Stitches pattern. It's my Etsy store. And here's where I am on Shakespeare. He is a fun stitch. He has great colors, and it's an easy pattern to follow to where you can easily watch something and stitch at the same time. So my finishes have to do with my Valentine release. There's going to be a Lindy Stitches Love Fest, which is going to be 4 patterns that I wrote specifically for Valentine Day stitching. Only one of them is a obviously Valentine pattern, so the rest of them you could easily hang up year-round. Like, you can tell I'm not a seasonal stitcher. One of them is a specific Valentine pattern. I'm going to show you the 2 FFOs I have, and I'm going to show you the 2 other patterns that I wrote. Now, really quick side note, I am not, please believe me, I'm not on Flosstube to advertise to you or to make you feel like you need to buy something. Like, fast forward if you feel like I'm being that way, but I really sincerely love the people on Flosstube, and I love sharing with you like what I'm making and what I'm doing, and it's just because I'm genuinely excited about it. Like, if you don't like it, like, you don't have to watch it, and please don't feel like I'm pushing my stuff, because that's totally not what I'm doing. I just like sharing what I make. So anyway, that being said, the first pattern that I'm going to show you is called Snarky Hearts, and it was inspired by these candies. These are conversation hearts. Is this like like, I don't think kids give these to each other anymore, but when I was growing up, like, we ate boxes and boxes of these. Like, because there wasn't like tons of seasonal candy, but these were the Valentine candies. And they're gross. Do any of you, like, if you know these, do you actually like the taste of these? They taste to me like Tums. Now, I don't know if all of your countries have Tums, but they're like calcium tablets that you chew when you have a stomach ache. Like, that's what these taste like to me. But I ate them anyway when I was a kid. So what I think is so funny about these candies, and I haven't seen these for years. I had to go to quite a few stores to even find them. But what cracks me up is how horrible they are. Like, they all are supposed to have a sweet little message, right? Look at this. Half of them, you can't even read. Like, what is up with that? Like, how did these get so popular? Like, they're terrible. I found a couple of them where only a few letters, like this one, only a few letters shown up. You can't tell what, I can't guess what this is supposed to say. Wicked fool or something? But all you can see is the C-K-E-D. So, you tell me. These are awful. Anyway, I'm talking about candy. I'm gonna give them to my kids. Maybe they'll eat them. And they'll not have stomach aches because... Okay, so here's the pattern. I had to change it. They're not sweet little messages. They're snarky hearts. What do you think? So the pattern is going to have two options. You can do all four with the cute little border, or there's a hoop option where you can do a 5 or 6 inch hoop and give them away to all of your stalkers. So the free pattern in the Lindy Stitches newsletter that's going to go out on January 15th is the pink heart. It's my favorite. It says, "Can you not?" I say this to my kids all the time. It's super quick stitch, and I think it's funny and cute, and I'm going to send the pattern to you. Sign up on the link below if you are interested in that. I always include a free pattern in my newsletters, and I'm not annoying. I don't send out newsletters like every other week trying to get you to buy things, and I always include a free pattern. So if you'd like to sign up for my non-annoying free pattern Lindy Stitches newsletter, link is below. Okay, the second pattern is, actually the rest of the patterns are all song lyrics. The first one is just a sweet little stitch that I made up out of one of my favorite lines from one of my favorite singers. His name is Brett Dennen, and I bet you know some of his songs if you don't recognize his name. He's, I think, an amazing musician. It's from his song called Only You, and I will put the song down below because it's amazing. I love birch trees, and so I have for a long time wanted to do a birch trees pattern. This is a 5x7. It says, "Remember how we fell in love so sweet." And isn't it cute? Oh gosh. I love it. And so there's a full alphabet in the pattern, and you can put the Lover Dubber initials on the bottom. It has two cute little bunnies. And the B5200 on the Navy Ada, I just think is really stunning. So I think this would be a great wedding present. But I stitched it up for me. Okay, the next two, we're back to the snark. I'm sorry, I love to laugh, and I love funny things, and so a lot of my patterns are attempts at being funny, and if you don't think they're funny, I'm sorry that you live without a sense of humor. This one is, I'm getting this test stitched right now. Looking for love in all the wrong places. And that is a fridge. Am I the only one that does that? Looking for love in the fridge. The last one, I have always found, I found this song really corny and really funny. Since the first time I heard it, my husband and I say it to each other because it's just ridiculous, and it is. I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. Is that Aerosmith? I'm not even sure. What do you guys think? Alright, so those are my 4 patterns. for my Valentine's line for my store. I hope you enjoyed seeing them. Okay, so last, I'm going to show you the one thing cross-stitch related that I got for Christmas. My mom got it for me. It is my first light, and I have been using it every day. So let me see. Okay, so it's the little desk version. It's only $30. I think this is like the smashingest. That is not an adjective. It is the best deal on Amazon. It just sits on your desk and it bends 2 different ways. So I've been using it every day. It's amazing. This room has terrible lighting, really terrible lighting. It probably looks fine right now because there's sun coming through these windows, but at night, like, I cannot see half my projects to stitch in here at night, which is a real problem because my laptop is in here, and so that's where I want to watch Flosstube, and so that's where I want to stitch, and I cannot see. And this has solved that problem completely. I just put this right next to my laptop and stitch under it. I stitched on the navy Ada at night in this room, which I would never have been able to do. Using this light, it's amazing. I never fold it up. I always leave it this way, and then I have my headphones. My ears are so tiny I can't use earbuds. So I have my big headphones and I just hang them right here and put them on and turn on some Flosstube and I am good to go. So if you're looking for an light that is small and that you can put on a desk, highly recommend that one. My other 2 haul items I wanted to show you for no good reason. They're not stitching related. One of them is YouTube related. They're both from my husband. I have Christmas years where I tell him exactly what I want and exactly what to buy. Honey, let me do you a favor. You're buying this. This. You're not, no, this. And he buys that. He's happy to do it, and Merry Christmas to me. I picked out my own gift. And there's other years where, I don't know, I'm just like, whatever, honey, do whatever you're gonna do. And it is always super interesting to see what he picks out for me. He usually does a pretty good job. This year he did a good job, but you'll see that sometimes you'll see with the second gift. I'm sorry, I'm giggling like an idiot. You'll see with the second gift. So this is the first thing he gave me. And Mackenzie, I know you'll appreciate this. I know that you watch this show too, but it is Good Mythical Morning. If you don't know what this is a show on YouTube. And my husband and I watch the show, and our kids watch the show. It's pretty family friendly. But so I got a Good Mythical Morning t-shirt. I have been wearing it, and it's fun, and that was a good choice. Let me show you the second thing. Yeah, chili cheese Fritos. Now, I know some of you UKers are like, what in the world? I don't know, do you have these? Do the UKers and the Aussies have these? I really doubt it. I do not buy snack food, and I mean, I love snack food, but I don't buy a lot of it, and the stuff that I buy is stuff for the kids that does not tempt me. So like animal crackers, pretzels, like I'm not interested in that stuff, and I do that on purpose so I don't eat snack food. But every now and then I get something that I adore, like chili cheese Fritos, and if you have kids, you know what I'm talking about. If you buy something out of the ordinary and you open it, it's gone in 5 minutes. Like, you take a few, you turn around, and 5 minutes later it's like, what What happened? Like, I wanted some of those. So he knows that I complain about that. And so he bought me chili cheese Fritos. I love these things. They are like crack. They're really good. So, chili cheese Fritos. I would share them with you all if I could. Alright, I have two things to wrap up this video. Number one is test stitching. Okay, so I have two questions. Number one, do you do test stitching? I know some of you on Facebook do. I wanted to find you via YouTube. Do you do test stitching for a company? And if you do, would you mind if I picked your brain a little bit? Would you email me at lindystitches@gmail.com, and I will make it worth your while to ask you a few questions. Okay? Secondly, are you interested in doing any test stitching? If you like the sort of patterns that I make, they're interesting to you, you would enjoy stitching one, also email me and we'll get in touch. I'd super appreciate that. The second question I had for all of you Flosstubers is, if you make Flosstube videos, what video editing software do you use? I have a PC, not a Mac, and Windows Movie Maker is kind of a hunk of junk, and I actually need to buy some video editing software. So if you have a program that you use and you like, I would love to hear about it. I think that's everything. Happy 2016. I'm so thankful for this year on Flosstube and the awesome women and men that I have met. You guys are so fun. Like, I've said that before, but I really think that if a group of us got together, we would do nothing but laugh and have an amazing time, because you guys are, you're so fun. Like, I don't know what other word to use. You can sign up for my newsletter down below. I'm on Instagram at lindystitches, and if you're not a subscriber, hit the button, and thank you, and have a great day. Bye, guys.